All right. Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive. We are fired up for this one.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be good.
Buckle up,
Yeah.
because today we're diving headfirst into one of those matches that, well, let's just say it had everything.
I mean, a little bit of everything, right?
Southampton taking on Brighton.
Who would have thought it?
Now you look at the table and you think, all right, easy win for Brighton, right? I mean, they're having a season for the history books.
Absolutely dominating.
Meanwhile, poor Southampton down there at the bottom.
But, football's a funny game. You just never know.
You just never know. And especially when you look at the head-to-head between these two.
It's true. Southampton, even though they're struggling this season, they actually have a pretty good record against Brighton, especially at home.
Yeah, home advantage always plays a factor.
Huge factor.
But let's rewind to the beginning. Brighton, I mean, they came out of the gates hot, didn't they?
They did. Right from the kickoff, you could see that Brighton were feeling themselves. That confidence was just oozing out of them. I mean, they've been playing this beautiful possession-based football all season, and it was on full display that day.
I mean, it's hard not to be confident when you're playing that well.
Yeah, they were controlling the game, they were creating chances. Players like Mitoma, Rutter, they were making runs, they were causing havoc. It felt like only a matter of time before they'd break through.
And then, boom.
Boom, there it is. Mitoma.
Goal.
Beautiful goal. Can we just talk about that goal for a second?
Please, make it down.
Okay, so you've got Lamptey, their right back. Starts the move. He does so well to draw in the defender and then whips in this perfect cross. I mean, it was on a string right onto Matoma's head, and Matoma's movement,
Ghosting in.
unbelievable. Just ghosts him behind the entire Southampton defense and powers that header into the back of the net. No chance for the keeper. A thing of beauty.
It was poetry in motion. Poetry in motion.
Absolutely.
But then, before halftime, Southampton, they had that golden opportunity to equalize.
Oh, massive moment in the match.
Oh, huge. Archer one-on-one with the keeper.
You're thinking, this is it. This is their chance to get back into the game. Sugawara does brilliantly down the right, puts in a perfect cross, and there's Archer completely unmarked 6 yards out. I mean, if he buries that,
Game changer.
game changer, it could have completely shifted the momentum.
But he skies it. Do you think, you think that missed chance kind of played on their minds in the second half?
It's hard to know for sure, but yeah, I think it definitely could have. I mean, a miss like that, especially when you're already the underdog, can be really deflating, can make you question yourself. But to their credit, Southampton came out in that second half and fought hard.
Yeah, they showed some real grit and determination.
They really did.
And then, out of nowhere, Down scores. His first ever Premier League goal.
First ever Premier League goal. It was incredible, wasn't it?
You could see what it meant to him, to the whole team.
And again, it was a great team goal. Dibling, who, let's be honest, had a fantastic game in midfield.
Oh, absolutely ran the show.
Ran the show, makes this clever little pass to set up Downs, and Downs smashes it home.
And then things really start to heat up.
Yeah.
Southampton thinks they've taken the lead, but then VAR, that magical acronym,
Oh, here we go.
VAR steps in.
It was so close, though.
That was a nail-biter.
Southampton, they think they've done it. They think they've completed the comeback when Archer puts a ball in the net. But then the ref signals for a VAR review, and everyone's holding their breath.
I mean, what's going through your head when you see that VAR signal?
Oh, I'm on the edge of my seat every single time.
Is it agony? Is it excitement?
It's both. It's like this weird mix of anticipation and dread. You're hoping for the best, but bracing for the worst.
So, for those who might not be totally up to speed on VAR, can you give us a quick breakdown of how it all works and why it came into play here?
Yeah, so VAR stands for Video Assistant Referee. Basically, it's a team of referees who are watching the game from a studio, and they have access to all these different camera angles and replays. They can help the on-field referee make the right decisions on those really important calls like goals, penalties, red cards.
So you got this extra set of eyes making sure everything's above board.
Exactly. They can double-check things, and if they see something that the ref might have missed, they can let him know. In this case, they were looking at whether Archer was offside when the ball was played to him.
What did they see?
It was close. I mean, we're talking millimeters here, but the replays showed that Archer's shoulder was ever so slightly ahead of the last defender.
Offside.
Offside.
Bah.
By the letter of the law, it was the right call, even though it was a tough one for Southampton to take.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
So no goal. Score remains tied at 1-1.
And the tension just ramps up even more. Those final 20 minutes were electric.
Nail-biting stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah. Both teams were throwing everything they had at each other. Southampton almost took the lead again. Dibling nearly scored the screamer from distance. Then Brighton had a chance right at the death with Ayari. He could have won it for them, but it wasn't meant to be.
And so it ends. A 1-1 draw. Hard fought.
Hard fought. A lot of heart, a lot of drama. Classic Premier League.
So let's talk about what this result means for both sides. Brighton, they miss a chance to really solidify their position at the top of the table.
Yeah, for a team like Brighton, who have been on such a roll this season, a draw against a team at the bottom of the table feels almost like a loss, you know?
Yeah.
They're still in a fantastic position, but they'll be kicking themselves for not taking all 3 points.
On the other hand, you've got Southampton. For them, a draw against a team like Brighton, well, that's a massive point.
It is.
It shows that they've got that fight in them.
Absolutely. And it gives them something to build on. If they can keep playing with that same intensity and belief, well, you never know. They might just be able to pull themselves out of the relegation zone.
I mean, stranger things have happened.
That's the beauty of football, right?
Absolutely. All right, so there you have it, folks. Another incredible match, individual moments of brilliance, some controversial decisions, and in the end, a draw that, well, it might not have been the most exciting scoreline, but it definitely reflected just how competitive the Premier League is. So tell us, what stood out to you most? Anything surprise you? Were you Team Brighton or Team Southampton? We want to hear from you. And make sure you stick around for our next deep dive. We've got another cracker lined up for you. See you then.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.